So then guys, we are around about a week away from the launch of the iPhone 17 models, and I for one am super excited for the launch of these new devices coming out. And the great news is, over the last year or two, we have had all the leaks and rumors coming in, and we now have a fully painted picture of what the likes of, say, the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the iPhone 17 Pro is going to look like. And today I want to focus in on the iPhone 17 Pro and give you the exact kind of specs we're going to get based on all those leaks and rumors that we have had in. So let's get started right away then, and let me show you my spec sheet that we have right here. So as you can see, this is the sheet, and I'm going to go over all the details that we've been told about for the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro. And first of all, let's get started then with the display. Now the display for the iPhone 17 Pro this time is going to be exactly the same as the iPhone 16 Pro. It's going to be a 6.3-inch display this time round. It's also going to have an OLED display like it's had in the past now, and it's also still going to be a 120 Hz Pro Motion display with it. But where I think there is going to be a change this year is that finally we may get that nano texture display or anti-reflective display on it this time. So this is going to be great. So if you're in direct sunlight or artificial light directly down on your phone, you'll be able to see your display even better this time. But then after this, let's talk about the camera system. So the camera system, we've also got some upgrades here. We are this time going to get a triple 48 megapixel sensors added to the likes of the iPhone 17 Pro. So the telephoto is also going to get 48 megapixels for the very first time this time. So this is great news to hear. Now we're also going to get things like the LiDAR sensor and things like this. The design changed a little bit, what we'll get onto in just a moment. But it looks like just the iPhone 17 Pro will still have a 5 times optical zoom, whereas the 17 Pro Max might get that 8 times this time. But then we've also been told we're going to get 8K recording capability built into this phone, which is really great news to hear. And then also we're going to get on the front facing camera a 24 megapixel camera, also added dynamic island, because we've actually had a 12 megapixel for many years, and it looks like this is going to be updated now. But then moving on then to video features, and I've also touched on this a little bit already. Like I said, we're probably going to get that 8K recording ability for the very first time, but probably only go up to 60 frames per second. You still will be able to say 4K at 120 frames per second, very similar to like the iPhone 16 Pro last year, but we've also been told to be able to record in Dolby Vision, and also that you'll be able to do that sort of spatial vision kind of recording, all of that. And also for the first time, dual recording. So if you're out somewhere and you're recording somebody and you want to see their reaction and your reaction at the same time, you'll be able to do this with the iPhone 17 Pro. We're also being told we're going to get enhancements in stabilization too, and things like this for video recording. But then, next of all, let's talk about performance. Now, with performance-wise, we've been told we're going to get the A19 Pro put inside of the iPhone 17 Pro. This new chip, a new 3nm chip that's going to be designed by Apple and TSMC, and it's going to be even more efficient than we had before. We've also been told we're going to get 12 gigabytes of RAM inside of it this time instead of 8, so this has been upped. This will help out definitely. And then we're also going to be getting up to 1 terabyte of storage this time inside of this phone. And we're also going to get a vapor chamber, what I'll talk about a little bit more in a second. But then next of all, the next question you probably want to know is, what about battery life and charging? Well, the great news is we've been told that the battery is probably going to be upped a little bit more than we got last year. Remember, we got like about a 3,560 something milliamp battery with the iPhone 16 Pro. Well, this time it's going to be probably over 3,700 milliamp inside of it. So battery life is going to be even better than before, but we're also going to get the ability of 25-watt wireless charging this time. And with that 25-watt wireless charging, it's also going to be compatible with Qi 2.2, but probably USB-C charging will probably still be 45 watts or up to 45 watts with that. But probably still Apple will say that you'll be able to get up to 50% charge in 30 minutes with it. And then obviously that battery will probably also be metal covered too. But then moving on from this, then we've also heard we're going to get some upgrades in thermal design. And in fact, we've actually seen this kind of like Apple teasing this a little bit in their or dropping event logo. As you can see right here, we've kind of got those colors there of kind of like thermal imaging sort of things going on. So we know that thermal is going to be a big focus this year to actually improve, also enhance kind of vapor chambering. Cooling is going to be better. And like I said, we talked about that metal battery kind of cover on the iPhone battery. That's going to be there, but obviously it's going to help keeping the A19 cooler. It's also going to keep battery charging cooler too. And then obviously we've also heard that the antenna is going to be redesigned as well. That's going to be around, say, the main kind of camera sort of setup or bulges out there to also help with thermals and things like this. And this will also help with efficiencies too. But then moving on then for the actual design of the phone, well, we've been told we're going back to aluminium, depending where you are in the world. And it's going to be made out of a glass and metal design like we've had with previous iPhones in the past, because obviously with that glass kind of back, that helps with, say, that MagSafe kind of charging and things like this. But going back to aluminum is questionable. You know, we'll have to see what Apple are really doing here. We're going back from titanium, but we've also been told we're going to get new colors added to the range, like the two that we've got right here. We're going to get this new kind of dark blue, and we're also going to get this orange color, but we're also going to get the traditional black, white, and probably a gray kind of color too out there. But then finally, for connectivity wise, we're probably also going to get Apple's custom chip put inside of it, maybe an enhanced version of the C1 chip. So this means that we'll get custom 5G connectivity, Wi-Fi, also Bluetooth 5.4 connectivity, and also some other bits and pieces too. We're probably still going to get Face ID, USB 3.2 kind of bits and pieces too. But really, essentially, that is the main upgrades in specs we're going to get for the iPhone 17 Pro. But just quickly, guys, I want to tell you about the channel giveaway for this right here. At the end of September, I'm giving one lucky subscriber on this channel an iPad Pro, and anyone can enter into this giveaway. But let me just quickly tell you about the iPad Pro first of all. This here is a 13-inch iPad Pro, and it's got the M4 chip inside of it, and it's also got 1 terabyte of storage too. And if you know anything about having 1 terabyte of storage in this, this is no longer the baseline version, but it also has 16 gigabytes of RAM, and as I like to say, the full fat version of the M4. So this is the 10-core CPU, the 10-core GPU inside of it, and on top of that too, it's also the cellular version as well. And like I said, I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber on this channel. And all you have to do to enter into this giveaway is quite simple. There's 2 things. First of all, you just need to put down into the comments below of what technology that you're planning to still get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be a new iPad, maybe it's going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's got nothing to do with Apple whatsoever, it could be Nintendo Switch 2, or something else completely different. Just let me know in the comments below. Now, the second part of the giveaway is going to be happening near the end of September time, where I'll be making a video giving you more details about the iPad Pro. There'll also be a form to fill into, and then also I'll be telling you when I'll be doing the live stream to give away the iPad Pro, so you won't want to miss out on that video. So the best thing that you can do right now is make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell too. Now, the last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys that sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People still impersonating me, tend to WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram direct message. Please do ignore these people. Best you see right here. Please do report them. So moving on for this then, what about the release date and the price? Well, let's start with the release date. As we know, Apple are doing their Apple event or dropping on September 9th this year. And most likely after that event, you'll be able to pre-order the iPhone 17 Pro on September 12th. So that's the day you'll be able to pre-order it, but to actually get your hands on it will be about a week later. That's most likely going to be September 19th, the Friday. That's when you'll be able to get your hands on an iPhone 17 Pro for the very first time. But for pricing wise, we've been told that pricing might be going up ever so slightly this time around. Instead of $1,000 for the iPhone 17 Pro, or $999, whatever, it's now going to be $1,050 or $1,049 US this time round for the iPhone 17 Pro. So it is going up in price just a little bit this time round. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the iPhone 17 Pro and all of its specs. Are you excited by its specs for this year? Are you going to be getting one? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well guys, it's time to wrap up this video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.